Hi there, Nitisha. So it's nice to see that you've written an essay for us. I'm very excited to read it, see what you had to say. Okay, the topic is international marketing. So here's what you wrote. Owing to globalization trend of foreign merchandising is increasing tremendously. According to many, this development has negative impact on host country. However, in my opinion, it is beneficial to have import-export between nations because it assists nations to flourish eventually. All right, let's talk a little bit about this. First of all, the topic is international marketing, okay, which a lot of people confuse with international trade, but they're actually two very, very different things. So if you're not really clear on what international marketing is, then I would recommend that you look it up and see what is referred to by international marketing. That's the first thing. The second thing that I want to talk about is some of the grammar here. You're missing a lot of articles. So, and also some punctuation is a little inaccurate. So let's look at it. Okay, owing to globalization, comma, the trend of foreign merchandising is increasing tremendously. According to many, this development has a negative impact on the host country. However, in my opinion, it is beneficial to have not import-export. You're really talking about an interchange of ideas between nations because it assists them, all right, creating some cohesion here between these two words to flourish. And I don't like eventually. It just doesn't sound right. Eventually, like what, in the end? No, you just mean it just helps them to flourish. So, on the one hand, brand promotion at the global level invites numerous profits to the host nation. First and foremost, get rid of is, first and foremost, comma, it promotes globalization and contributes a step forward to create a global village. To creating, actually, ing. By this, contact between countries rises. No, it doesn't rise, it increases, and will be helpful in time of emergencies and need. Secondly, not is, availability of world brand at a spot, I don't know what that means at all, world brand at a spot, will make it famous and convenient for consumers to have it anytime. What does this it refer to? In other words, exchange of fashion, food, and lifestyle offers every nationality to homogeneous. I don't understand that. Let's try it again. So clearly you're talking about the positives of international marketing. You say that it creates a global village. You say that it the contact increases, and that's helpful in terms of emergencies and need. This part really confused me. I'm just not clear about what you're trying to tell us, okay? What does that mean, the availability of world brand at a spot? It's just not clear. Okay, but more importantly for me is that it doesn't answer the question. Look, necessary and economical form of education in addition to spreading ideas, language, and culture. I really don't feel like you've covered all of that with this particular paragraph, okay? There's nothing about language. There's a little bit about culture, but nothing really about ideas and an economical form of education. So it's almost as if you didn't really answer the question in the way that they have posed it. All right, let's look at the next paragraph. On the other hand, certain short-sighted people emphasize the downsides, get rid of on, the downsides of permitting foreign trade. All right, get rid of the S. Primarily, comma, they attest that entry of overseas investors can destroy the local businesses and may create economical crisis. Albeit is the wrong word here. And also accentuate is the wrong word here. So, okay, I've tried to read this this sentence a couple of times. I'm really just not clear with what you're trying to say. Albeit is the wrong word, accentuate is the wrong word, and you can't say upgrade the economy. It's also the wrong word. So a couple of your word choices here are making it really difficult to decipher the meaning of this sentence, okay? All right, let's keep going. Moreover, investment through overseas organizations, S, will enable country growth by developing infrastructure for easy and fast transport, in addition to communicate and fulfill prerequisites. I don't understand this section at all. I don't know what that means. Therefore, it will not only benefit the local dwellers, get rid of to, but also paves, you don't mean pause, paves, P-A-V-E-S, the way for overall development of the host country. All right, I don't totally understand this paragraph because you are supposed to talk about these two views, okay? On the one hand, that it's invasive and intrusive. On the other hand, that it's a necessary and economical form of education. This didn't really quite cover it, okay? And this I didn't understand. It sounded like in the beginning that you were talking about it, but you never really did. You then went into this sentence that I didn't understand, and then you talked about how beneficial, again, international marketing is and international trade is. So to be completely honest with you, I haven't really been able to locate a central idea in either of these body paragraphs. So that's a little problematic. That's going to cost you in terms of your coherence and cohesion. So to explain exactly what I mean by this, I've pulled up the band descriptors for task 2. Look at what a 7 needs you to do. It says presents a clear central topic within each paragraph, and you didn't do that. I didn't really understand. I couldn't say, oh yeah, this is the central topic of each paragraph. And so that's what you need to do in order to get a band 7. And so if you don't do it, you're not going to be looking at that score. Let's look at your conclusion now. To recapitulate, multinational trade, get rid of the S, possesses, ES, some risk of affecting local brands, yet the advantages of availing jobs, I don't know about that availing, as I don't think that's the right word here. I think you mean providing jobs, creating a uniform world and boosting, not booming, a host nation's economy are far more. Henceforth, it is a positive trend as a whole. Okay, so there's another issue here. Since you are in favor of this, that should go second. So the side that you disagree with goes first, and then the side that you agree with goes second. It goes closer to a conclusion. So the order of your paragraphs is incorrect. You have to reverse them to get the right progression of your ideas. Okay, that's another thing that will affect your coherence and cohesion score. There's things that we have to work with here. We have to work on your task achievement because you didn't really answer the question. We have to work on your coherence and cohesion because there were a couple of areas that were a little problematic, as I've already mentioned. Some of the grammar also created some problems. So, but you do have some nice skills that I think if you do sign on to the online course will you will be in a good place to kind of take all the skills that you already have and through the online course improve in order to get the score that you need. Okay, so do look into that. I hope it's an option for you, and I hope to see more of your essays in the future. Good luck.